I've had a problem with alcohol all my life. Since the age of 17, I do believe. I've been struggling with it for years. I went to one rehab in '92. It was court ordered. I didn't like the way it was. It was very military based. It was like, you know, do this, do that. AA was great, going through the 12 steps with a sponsor, but there were underlying issues with me. I knew that. I grew up in a dysfunctional family, and my parents were alcoholics. When I moved to Alaska, there's dark, and I got depression, so there's dark and there's light. I gained another addiction while, I was in Alaska. It was internet poker, so I gained a gambling addiction as well. And did some real damage to the family, my husband. There were a lot of past issues that I had, stemming from my childhood, that made me pretty much who I am today. So I have not dealt with those feelings or emotions, and I didn't know how. How I did that was drinking. My first memories, I remember being a little girl. I'd say I was, 4 or 5 maybe, I think. I was small because the counter was all the way up here. There was Budweiser cans all around the house, always on the counters and stuff. And I remember grabbing one of those cans and drinking it. And I didn't like the taste of it. I remember it was New Year's Eve, and my mom went to the store, and I was like, can we get some of that? It was called Champagne. It looked good. It was pink. And I was like, can we get some of that? And my mom did. So I remember that night drinking it, and I was drinking it like it was going to disappear or something. I got drunk. I mean, I was drinking it. It was just a 6-pack. Got drunk, got sick, and, nobody really paid attention because everybody was drunk in the house anyway. But that's the first time I got drunk. My experience with it has been ever since I could walk. And then as I got a little older, something happened in my childhood. I had an uncle that molested me, and it turned out that he moved upstairs from us, and he lived in my house upstairs from the age of 12 till my mom passed away when she was 19. So that's where all my fear came from. I lived in fear on a daily basis. I never told anybody. I was scared to interrupt the family or cause chaos, even though it was chaos all the time. Not that my mom wouldn't believe me, but I just didn't want to hurt anybody. So I took that upon myself, and I dealt with that here. I gotta forgive. I gotta let go. I'm just glad I'm not where I used to be, that's for sure. I don't want to go back, but, for the benefit of others, I want to tell my story, because I have experienced a lot of things, my strength and hope as well. When I called Sovereign Health, well, I got online and I looked through all these programs, and I was probably online for like 5 hours just searching programs, top 10. I called them, mostly all of them, but they were so expensive. It was like I was wondering when I left if I was going to get a diamond ring or something. I called up, and what was so cool about it is I talked to Dr. Sharma. He's the owner of this program, and he talked to me. All the other people that I spoke to in other programs, they were reading a script, pretty much. And Dr. Sharma, he personalized it. He asked me questions, what I need, because everybody's different in what their needs are. And he told me, well, we will specialize it. We will make your program specified for you. Everybody's a little different, so it just happened that way. It was the last place I called. Just his caringness, something happened over the phone, and I called my insurance, and then I was on a plane like 2 weeks after that. For me, after I got into AA, I was with the big book thumpers, and they would call these places spin dries, but these are not. This place is not a spin dry. It's so much has happened. I mean, so much goodness has happened to me. Maybe the second week when I was here, I just noticed that my mind slowed down a little more, and a tough one for me was feelings. I could feel today. I couldn't feel 2 months ago. The only thing I felt was anger. Everything I felt turned into anger. It was easier for me. But here I got different tools, you know, more in depth, because there's a lot more to just drinking too much and being an alcoholic. I started going to a program called ACA. It's Adult Children of Alcoholics, but it's not just of alcoholic families, but anybody that grows up in dysfunction. And I started going to those meetings while I was here, and that's the kind of work that I need to do. It was the piece of puzzle that was missing from my sobriety. That's why I kept going out. The biofeedback showed me how to relax. I start learning techniques, breathing, different imageries. I'm practicing meditation to the best of my ability. And there's just so many things that I've got from this program. The house, it's a beautiful house. We got a pool in the back, and it's a solar pool. I didn't know what that was before because I've never been to California, you know, and I've never seen the ocean. It's just a beautiful place, San Clemente. There's a spa. There's a jacuzzi tub as well. I have 2 roommates right now, and it's a master suite. It's a master bedroom, so it's huge, you know, and it got the jacuzzi tub and closet walk-in closet. If you're hungry, you can always go downstairs and look in the fridge. Healthy food is bought. There's a nutritionist that recommends what is good for the clients, because we tend not to eat very healthy. The people that work for Sovereign Health, I've noticed, are all caring. You know, it's kind of like I'm very suspicious of people. I always have been. See what their motives are. The house manager there, whoever's there, Diana, she's been there since I've been here. She's excellent. She's a very caring person. A typical day like today for me was group, and then I met with a psychologist who gave me the results. I wanted an ADD test to see if I had it, and I do not, so I'm really happy about that. I also took a personality test, and I tend to worry a lot about things. I had my massage and my acupuncture, and I will be here till 4. So 9 to 4, I'm busy doing something to better myself, to learn. And I've been to the beach. It was the first time I ever been to the ocean. So we go to the beach or we go work out, because we also have a membership, everybody does, that's in the program. There's so much. There's meetings, and you could go whatever meeting you need. This is not just for alcoholism, or it's not just for addiction either. Pain management they have here, and I had a lot of pain when I got here. Always had headaches, horrible headaches.
Emotional pain or physical pain?
Both, definitely both.